What up YouTube, I'm back. So it was a really good episode of Boku no Hero Academia. It was my favorite so far of the only 3 episodes, but I really liked it a lot. It was basically Midoriya trying to enter the work studies of Sir Night Eye, and he actually did it, and we're going to talk about that throughout this review. But yeah, I really liked it, so let's get right to it. Something that is pretty interesting is that work studies are something serious, it's way more serious than what they've done before. They actually work and they get paid for it. So I think Sir Night Eye said that they have to go there for like a month and they get paid for it, which is kind of cool. And because right now they have their provisional license, they can actually fight other villains, so that's something pretty serious. And I thought that it was pretty cool, and I think that it's going to be a pretty cool arc, because of what we saw at the end of the episode. But anyway, the way that it worked basically for Midoriya is that he had to stamp his register by himself, and for that to do it he had to take the stamp from Sir Night Eye. And the reason why Sir Night Eye was doing all of that is because he didn't acknowledge Midoriya as the new symbol of peace, the future symbol of peace. He thought that All Might should have gave one for all to Mirio Togata. Obviously he's the strongest member of the big three, so that's what Sir Night Eye wanted All Might to do, but he gave it to Midoriya. So Sir Night Eye basically didn't acknowledge Midoriya because of that. So yeah, Deku had to take the stamp from him. So it was basically the bell test in Naruto when Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura had to take the bells from Kakashi. So I thought it was pretty cool, Midoriya was going as fast as he could to take the stamp from Sir Night Eye, but he wasn't able to do it because Sir Night Eye's quirk is really interesting, man. His quirk is called Foresight, and he can see into the future. I don't know how far he can see, but I think he said seconds, minutes and hours. So that's really interesting. That's a really powerful quirk, and that reminded me a lot of Katakuri in One Piece, where he can use his observation haki so well that he can see a little bit into the future. So that made me think of that. But that's it. That is a powerful quirk, man. That's something special. That's one of the things that I would want to have if I was a hero, so Midoriya had trouble with that test because of that quirk. And obviously he wasn't really able to take the stamp from Sir Night Eye. First of all, he wasn't fast enough. Second of all, Sir Night Eye can see into the future. So my question for y'all is, how the hell do you beat Sir Night Eye? Because he can see into the future. The only thing that maybe you can do is going as fast as you can, maybe using 100% of the one for all power. I don't know, but that's something special, man. That's something that I really want to see in action against real villains. I want to see Sir Night Eye in action. We've never seen him so far, but we'll probably see him in this arc. I think Midoriya had 2 or 3 minutes to take the stamp from Sir Night Eye, so that's already really hard. But while he was doing all of that, Sir Night Eye was basically insulting Midoriya because he was saying, like I said, that Mirio Togata was supposed to be the one who inherited one for all, that he didn't, that Midoriya didn't deserve it and everything like that. So that's already making it really hard for Deku, so that I thought was interesting. He was trying to get in Midoriya's head by doing all of that. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, Midoriya wasn't able to do it in 3 minutes. He wasn't able to do it at all. The only reason why he was approved as one of his work studies members is because he didn't hit one of All Might's posters while he was doing his Gran Torino, kind of imitation in the bureau. So that's basically, I think, the only reason why he accepted Midoriya, and maybe because of his resolve, I don't really know, but that's one of the reasons why. And I'm wondering what is gonna happen next, because I think that Sir Night Eye also said that the only reason that he's accepting him is because he wants to reject him as the new a narrator of One for All. I don't really know. I'm not sure, but I thought that that was a pretty cool part of the episode, and I guess that we'll be getting more of that while Midoriya is in his work studies with Sir Night Eye. Another thing that I thought was interesting is that Sir Night Eye was actually the one that asked for Mirio Togata to work for him, you know, when he was younger, I guess. So I'm wondering why he asked for Mirio Togata. Maybe it's because he's kind of funny. I don't know, but you know, I thought that that was an interesting information about Mirio and Sir Night Eye. Now let's talk about Tokoyami for a minute, because there was something really interesting in this episode, man. The third rank hero in the Hero Society actually asked for Tokoyami to come to his work studies, which is really interesting, man. The third rank hero, we haven't seen him in the series so far. I think we've seen the first All Might, the second obviously Endeavor, the third I think or fourth was Best Genius, but we've never seen, I think his name is Hawk or something like that. We've never seen him, I think. And he actually asked Tokoyami to come to his work studies, so that's pretty cool, man. I really want to see this hero for the first time, and how he looks like, and why he chose Tokoyami to come and ask him to come to his work studies. I'm really wondering why. Maybe it's because they're both birds or something like that. I don't know, but I thought that that was pretty interesting. And another thing is that Uraraka and Asui are actually going to go see one of the big three. I think it's the girl. I don't remember her name, so let me know in the comments down below. But they will go see her. And then there's also, I think Kirishima is going to go see the other member of the big three, the one that looks like Sasuke, you know. So I think that that was interesting, man. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with all of that. But yeah, man, it was pretty cool, I thought. Anyway, at the end of the episode, we saw that Mirio Togata, Midoriya, Sir Night Eye, and his sidekick are going to patrol to go search for Overhaul and his group, because they're investigating his group because they think that they were going to do something criminal, but they haven't done it yet, you know, so they can't really arrest him. But yeah, they're investigating his group of the Yakuzas, and that's when it gets really interesting, because at the end credit scenes, basically before the preview, we actually see two characters that I think are one of the two of the two most important characters in this next arc. Obviously, we saw Overhaul. The last time that we saw him was in last week's episode when he killed one of the members from the League of Villains. And then we saw this little girl right there. Her name is, I think, Eri or something like that. And she was pretty scared, man. It seems like she was getting away from Overhaul, and it seems like Overhaul actually knew her. So I'm wondering what's going on between these two. I'm wondering what's the relationship between these two. So I can't wait for next week's episode, because I think that's really where this arc really starts, you know, because right now Deku has encountered Overhaul for the first time, and he's the main villain of this season, you know. So I can't wait to see what's coming next. Let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below, and let me know what you think is gonna happen next. It's gonna be a great season, man. I can't wait. But yeah, I do Boku no Hero Academia Season 4 reviews every Saturday, so subscribe for that. But I also do other anime related things like Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays, Dr. Stone reviews on Fridays, and then like I said, I do Boku no Hero Academia Season 4 reviews on Saturdays. And there's two other animes coming later today. There's Sword Art Online Alicization War of Underworld and One Piece reviews later today. So these two anime will also be every Saturday, so stay tuned for that. But there's also Boruto Naruto Next Generation reviews on Sunday. Sorry, I'm doing it for this new arc that is celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Naruto series. So stay tuned for all of that, man. There's a lot of anime on my channel right now, and I can't wait to talk about each of these anime with you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.